little over a year ago, YouTube released this new product on the platform called Shorts. And since then, a lot of creators have been experimenting with it, trying different things. YouTube's been learning a lot too, as it's had different implications for their algorithm and recommendations that they didn't anticipate at first. And today we want to talk about maybe not everything you need to know for an effective short strategy, because we're still learning that and figuring that out, but maybe almost everything you need to know at this point to have a successful YouTube Shorts strategy on your channel. That's coming up.
Hey, welcome to the Video Creators Podcast. You know how you put a lot of time and energy into your YouTube channel for not nearly enough growth? Yeah, we get it. We're here today to help you change that.
Hello, creators. How are you guys? It's great to see you again for another Video Creators Podcast episode like we do here every week, just to help you continue to grow your YouTube channel, grow your business so you can reach more people and change their lives with the message that you're spreading. And today we want to talk about that within the context of YouTube Shorts. I am here with two of the YouTube strategists on our team here at Video Creators, now brought to you by vidIQ. Ingrid is here from North Carolina. Hi, Ingrid.
Hello. Hello.
And so is Sam from Florida.
Down here in hot Florida. Howdy, howdy.
Without air conditioning today too, I hear, right,
yeah,
Sam?
air conditioning's broken
wearing
too.
Shorts.
Wearing
Yes.
shorts. Sam walked away from his webcam earlier and we saw that he had actual shorts on for an episode about shorts.
I dressed for the occasion, not because I'm sweating, but because of the topic today.
Is that considered a dad joke? Like shorts, wearing shorts?
Somewhere
about
Lennon is smiling. That's all I know.
Somewhere, I think like half people are listening to this right now probably groaning. You get it. It's funny. We'll move on. So before we jump into this episode about an effective short strategy for your channel, I want to introduce you to a channel called Power for Parkinson's. They are our Creator Spotlight channel for this episode. And Sam, can you tell us a little bit about their channel before we jump to a little recording you did with them?
Yeah. So Power for Parkinson's is led by Nina. She jumped in and did video labs recently, but they've got a whole team. It's a really cool concept for a channel. They basically do a lot of live streams, which are basically exercises that people who struggle with Parkinson's and are facing that can do these exercises and get stronger and just feel better. So they jumped into video labs because they were just having a hard time with discoverability and reaching new people. So really, really excited for what Nina has to say here in a second. But she was able to find a lot of success kind of breaking through her current audience and starting to break out and reach more people.
I just finished video labs with our team, and it was an enormous help for Power for Parkinson's. And before we started video labs, we were a pretty popular YouTube channel for Parkinson's fitness. And we were reaching a lot of people globally already, but we felt like with 10 million other people or 10 million people living with Parkinson's around the world, there were a lot more people that we could reach. So that's why we decided to try video labs, see if we could expand our reach more. And we went through the whole course over the 3-month period. We learned so much about just even from the basics, like just refining our value proposition and our target audience, and then learning about all the analytics and our thumbnails, our titles, how to speak directly to our target audience was such a big help. So within the last 3 months, from June until September, in June, we had 52,000 views a month, and we're up to almost 75,000 views a month with more subscribers each month. And it just helped us refine our focus and grow our channel, and we're reaching more and more people and getting more and more comments every day. And we're very grateful for the program. And I really recommend it for anybody trying to build their community, build their channel.
I know it's easy to hear stories like that from Nina and be like, well, that wouldn't work for me, or my situation's different, or that works for her, but like nobody else. And so that's why we started recently doing discovery calls with people like Nina and you. If you'd like to, you can get into a 15-minute call with Sam here on our team. His schedule is available at videocreators.com/discovery call. And Sam, would just love to hear your story and what you're working on your channel. What do you need to grow to the next level? What would be best for your strategy and for your business. And in that call, he'll hear that story. And then if there's a way we can work with you, we'll tell you what that could look like. And if there's not, we'll just be like, here's what we'd recommend as your next steps. So if you'd like to get on Sam's calendar and have that conversation with him, just go to videocreators.com/discovery call. And we look forward to talking with you there. Sam, Ingrid, I hope you're ready. I'm going to grill both of you about shorts strategy.
Oh boy.
Sam's actually ready because he's actually wearing shorts.
I got my shorts on. Bring it on.
So there's a lot to consider when it comes to a short strategy, but put together a few questions for you that I think could really boil down our understanding based on our experience with creators and clients of how shorts work, what they're good for, what they're not good for, when do we use them, I think that when it comes to YouTube, people ask me like should I make, this is my goal, should I start a YouTube channel? And I'm like, well, I don't know. Like, let's figure out what ultimately you're trying to accomplish, because YouTube is a tool. Like, the goal isn't necessarily just to grow a YouTube channel. We grow a YouTube channel to accomplish something else, something bigger for ourselves or for other people or for an organization or whatever the case might be. And I think of shorts as something like that. It's not something that makes sense for everyone to do. It's a tool to accomplish a certain objective. You don't go on your roof and drive nails with a rake, right? And you don't go in your yard and try to rake up leaves with a hammer. That doesn't mean that if you try to rake your yard with a hammer, as I'm watching all the leaves fall outside my window right now, that doesn't mean there's something wrong with the hammer. You're just using the wrong tool for the wrong job. And so instead of saying like, oh, hammers don't work, these are useless, don't do hammers on your channel, well, it doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. Like, you're just trying to accomplish the wrong thing with the wrong tool. So I think shorts are a great tool for certain things and not for others. And we'll talk about that here today. But let's kind of start at the top. I'd love to hear from both of you. Should I create a separate channel for my shorts from my main channel? Yes or no, and why?
Nope.
My immediate answer is no. Same
Okay,
thing with
tell me
Sam.
why.
I think when it comes to growing a channel and reaching people, I mean, I love the analogy of having different tools for different jobs. I think shorts right now, they are a little bit of the Wild West. We don't really know everything there is to know, but I think as far as there being kind of an easy lift to just reach a lot of new people who aren't currently subscribed to you, there's so much opportunity for bringing in new people. And so I almost feel like it would be a waste to start a whole new channel just to do shorts over here when, if your value proposition and things are aligned and you're reaching the same type of person, it's just another tool to reach people more easily if you were to do it on one channel.
We have to just remember that YouTube is still learning with shorts, but you don't want to hold yourself back from something that could be amazing for your channel. And just like Sam said, if it's serving the same audience, then absolutely keep it on the same channel.
There was a time when this made sense. So
Yes.
It's not like this weird question, because what happened, and this is from YouTube, I heard them talk about this at VidCon. They're like, when we first released shorts, we didn't realize the impact it would have on the algorithm's recommendation system, where if you watch shorts, you'd pretty much only get shorts. If you watch live streams, you'd only get live streams. If you watch audio first content, you'd only get audio first, like podcast content, and they're like, we had to become more flexible for different formats of content on the platform. And so there was a thing where if you start putting shorts in your channel, your recommendations and your suggested content would all get thrown off. And so people are like, don't make this mistake, put your shorts on a different channel. Well, YouTube's been working really hard over the last year to make it so that one brand, one creator can have all their content live in one place. They can have all their live streams, all their podcast content, all their video content, and all their shorts all on one channel. And the risk of having multiple formats like that on one channel have significantly been reduced over the past year, and will continue to get better as YouTube makes that a priority. So yeah, I agree. It's no longer necessary to have a second channel for your shorts. But if I'm going to have only one channel, how many shorts can I post on that channel? Let's say in a given week. Can I post 5 a day, or should I only do 1 a day? What is a good cadence for posting shorts on my channel?
I always recommend for clients to start off a little bit smaller too, because when you're doing it when you're just starting out, first off, it feels awkward. I mean, ultimately, it's going to go into a different discoverability system anyway.
What do you mean by different discoverability system?
Well, there's a shorts discoverability system, and then there's the main video discoverability system. So, and that's what kind of makes them a little unique. So I think that it's okay for you to post several different shorts where you wouldn't necessarily post that many videos all at once or one right after another, because the way that people consume shorts is they're swiping up. So they're consuming a lot more than sitting through a longer piece of content like the regular videos.
Yeah. So if someone's swiping through shorts, they're just going to keep getting shorts recommended to them. They're not going to get a different format. But if they are watching videos, they're likely going to keep seeing videos. They could see shorts recommended, of course, but they will likely be just watching video after video. So how many shorts? I mean, my feeling is like it doesn't really hurt. You can do a lot of them. If I'm going to put a number, you could do 1 or 2 a day and it would be fine. Mm-hmm. Maybe even 3 a day. It would still be fine on shorts. So you guys agree, or is 5 too many a day?
I don't think there's really a number that's going to be a limit, but at the same time, if I'm a creator that's used to making all videos, going from that to shorts is a little awkward at first, right? So yeah. I would recommend just taking it slow and experimenting a little that way versus going full force.
Yeah, I would think too, part of the equation, probably to zoom out a little bit, is like, what's your content strategy plan? Mm-hmm. So if you replace all of these other types of videos that you're doing and just, I'm going to do 20 shorts a week and nothing else, then that might throw you off.
Right.
So I would try to think maybe more holistically of, what am I trying to accomplish here? Am I trying to just reach a bunch of new people, but also have some community content here and there where I can engage with the new people coming through the door? And then you decide, okay, maybe I want a couple of long form videos in my weekly posting schedule. How much bandwidth do I have to maybe throw in a couple shorts too, where I'm not going to burn out or, kind of mess up my trajectory?
Well, that brings up the next part. What are good shorts? What are good shorts good for? what are shorts actually good for? Like, if they are the right tool to accomplish something, what are they the right tool for?
Well, I think right off the bat, discoverability, I mean, shorts are blowing up. The last year or so, there are a lot of people consuming shorts. So, the fact that they're under a minute long, it's really easy for people to consume, 10 shorts in the amount of time it would take for them to watch potentially one regular long form video of yours. So there's huge opportunity to just widen that front door so that a lot more people can come in. So yeah, definitely subscribers and discoverability.
Yeah, I think that the biggest win that we've found with clients, at least clients that I've worked with long term and actually been in their analytics, is really gaining new subscribers, new eyes from that. Because you could bring in many more people off of, like Sam said, lots of little pieces of content, whereas it takes me that much longer to create that many longer videos. So from a discoverability and subscribability, is that a word? Is that a word?
I think so.
It is now.
Function? Yeah, I really highly recommend it. Plus, it's kind of getting you out in front of maybe a little bit of a new audience even, and the thing that's really cool about them is you can really experiment with new things. It's a smaller, lighter lift. They're a little easier to produce, and it's really a good way for you to kind of break the norm even and maybe have a little bit more fun than you would normally in your videos. Not saying that people don't have fun in their videos, but I think you guys kind of get what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can try new things without the risk of investing a lot.
Yes.
And it's just a short, like if it doesn't work, it's not a big deal. You can potentially try a lot of things without making huge investments or alienating the people who are really there for the thing that you do all the time. People are kind of like, oh, that's just short. They kind of think about it a little differently. It's not as big of a deal. Yeah. And because they're easier to produce, it means you can stay in front of your audience more and potentially keep viewers engaged, especially if you've got one of these channels where you can only publish like one video every 2 months maybe or something like that, or a month even. Yeah. Like having shorts as an opportunity to make something, like you said, as a lighter lift and just staying in front of them and staying top of mind and keeping them engaged instead of just having to constantly make like an animated video or music videos, or like these take a long time, and these could be quick little things you can do in between those videos. So good for discoverability, good for subscribers. Anything else they're good for comes to mind?
It really also kind of helps to keep your baseline up, like you said, in between pieces of content. Keeps people coming back.
Explain what you mean by baseline.
So the baseline views on your channel. So if you're only putting, like Tim said, if you're only putting out one video every month or two, or let's say you even, put out 2 pieces of content in a month or even weekly, this is going to be that little tiny bit that keeps people coming to your channel and gives them the potential to get to know you, potentially subscribe, and potentially watch more. So it's just that other little piece of content that helps keep that lower level of views on your channel more consistent.
Yeah. What are they not good for, though? Is there a reason why? Like, if we're trying to, what tool is this not appropriate to use for?
Probably growing the know, like, and trust factor. I think if you're trying to build a strong community, and once people come through the door for the first time, and you're looking for those opportunities to engage with your audience and grow the know, like, and trust factor. Because they're such short form videos and they just move so quickly, they're so punchy, it's a little bit harder to grow that side of it when you don't have as much time to really dedicate to that.
Yeah. On one hand, the benefit of shorts is that they're snackable. People can spend a very little amount of time with you and get some value and be like, oh, okay, I discovered this person or this brand I haven't seen before or whatever. But the downside is because they're not spending much time with you, they're not sitting there and growing the know, like, and trust factors with you. It's not really great for growing loyal, dedicated fans. I worked with one creator who had 2.5 million subscribers on his channel, and he got there all from shorts. So he got the subscribers and he got the discoverability, but whenever he would try to post an on-demand video, like a regular YouTube video, that'd be like 4 or 5, 6 minutes long. Even though he get several million views on his shorts, he couldn't get more than 10,000 views on an on-demand video. And for him, it was because people just, he could shock and awe people, but it was with a short and people would love it, but it was too forgettable. They didn't actually know, like, and trust him. There wasn't a reason, there wasn't a compelling emotional reason for them to want to come back and watch more of his content. And so I think what it's not good for in that sense is growing loyal fans. It's not good for, you can get a lot of subscribers, because kind of like on TikTok, you can easily get a lot of subscribers and followers, but they don't necessarily translate the way YouTube subscribers do when it's from on-demand content into future views and engagement for your channel. And I think a lot of it has to do with the discovery mechanism. On shorts, the discovery mechanism is typically a swipe up. You're not choosing it. You're not selecting it. You have no idea what's coming next. YouTube just feeds you something and you're like, oh yeah, that was great. Or no, you skip on and go to the next one. However, on a normal YouTube video, the user is making a choice. They have thumbnails and titles in front of them and they're evaluating what they have in front of them and they're choosing, this is the one I want to spend time with now. And that choice means that they're more invested now when they choose to watch that content. And if you can get them past the first few seconds and hold their attention longer, they're spending more time with you, and spending more time with you equals more emotional connection. It means more value potentially that's being generated, and it also leads to more sales. Shorts, although you can grow a channel with views and subs, doesn't mean you have an audience that will actually buy from you if sales are a part of your goals and if YouTube is a part of your sales funnel. So I've seen too many channels inflate their numbers with shorts but not see any lift at all in the rest of their funnel, sales funnel down the line, because the time factor is a benefit, but it's also a downside at the same time.
So what would you recommend then for somebody who uses their YouTube channel to generate sales? How would they incorporate shorts into a strategy then?
I would use shorts 100% just for discoverability. There's no call to actions to a sale there. No one's going to watch you for 59 seconds and then choose to make a sale. I would the whole goal would get them to be watch more content, just get brand awareness. You can grow the channel, but I don't know the exact numbers, but in terms of like how many subscribers do you need to get from shorts in order for one of those subscribers to translate now into a regular viewer on your on-demand content, your regular YouTube content. YouTube's trying hard to make it so that all these 4 formats are suggested to each other, but there's a credit card for YouTube creators, or just creators in general. Sorry, not YouTube creators, called Carrot Card. I don't know if you guys have heard of this.
Yeah.
And in order to be eligible for this credit card, they said you need a minimum of 100,000 YouTube subscribers or 2.5 million TikTok subscribers. So in other words, they are putting a financial monetary value to one YouTube subscriber per 25 TikTok subscribers. And I think that's close to what I see even from short subscribers, is that every 25 subscribers you get from shorts, very roughly speaking, of course, is equivalent to getting like one subscriber in terms of engagement and future engagement and viewership, one subscriber from a regular YouTube video, because of all the elements we just discussed. So
I agree. It's one of those things. I'm excited that they're working hard to build some bridges between some of these, I think, what have been silos in the past, where all the shorts traffic and shorts, everything is over here, and then regular form is all over here. And so I'm excited for the future as we continue moving forward. You know, they're obviously backing it, monetizing shorts now recently. I'm excited to see the future of kind of, again, holistically for a channel, how shorts will play a part long-term into growth and kind of a strategy moving forward. There's a lot of exciting stuff happening.
Yeah. What would be some best practices for people to create shorts that would perform the best? What have you guys learned through working with clients and creators?
Yeah, so I think you're saying
I keep doing that.
Me and Ingrid are on the same wavelength today. Ingrid, do you want to take it and I'll jump in?
Yeah, for shorts, I think first you want to get right into it. Don't take your time, because you don't have the time. You only have about 58 seconds. And I wouldn't even make a short longer than 58 seconds, because YouTube likes to tack on that little tiny bit of something at the end. And if it goes over a minute, it's not a short. So keep it snappy and just get right to it. And one of the other things that I would also consider are your loops. Loops really matter with a short. A lot of people, it's not uncommon for people to actually watch it more than once. So what I mean by loop is the beginning syncs up with the end. And when you see a flawless loop, you just see it's just a constant video, and it's actually kind of cool to watch, and it's kind of actually nice to get over 100% retention. So it makes you as a creator feel good, to see that. Yeah. So those are definitely a couple things that you want to definitely keep in mind. Yeah,
I totally agree. And Tim, to your point earlier, where it's regular form content, the viewer is choosing to watch it, but when you're watching shorts, you just swipe and then you're in it, before you can even make any sort of decisions or anything. So between the title and the opening hook, it's almost like a micro hook. You got to get in really fast and start delivering on what's presented in the title, because this person's going to be there before they know it. So not delaying, but getting straight into the content is going to be really important. And that probably makes a cleaner loop as well, like you were saying, Ingrid, which is important. But I think on the note of titles also, titles still matter. You can still search for shorts. You still want to create some sort of intrigue, because again, when that person ends up and your short's playing, they're probably going to glance down at the title first to see, is this worth my time? Similarly to when they see your title and thumbnail, ideally on the homepage, and there's a decision of, is it worth the time investment to click into this video and stick around and watch it? So titles are still going to be important to focus on, still going for that intrigue, that curiosity to get somebody to stick around.
Yeah, and the other thing that I would do also with shorts is I would experiment with the length for sure. Shorts don't have to be, 58 seconds long. I would try some that are 15 to 20 seconds long, try some that are 40, see what works best for your audience. And also along that note too, I wouldn't overproduce them, because shorts by nature, people are there for just a real quick hit, and they really relate to the realness of people. So it's a little bit different than other content.
Yeah, this video from Peter McKinnon's really helpful. I think he interviews a friend of his who's been crushing it on shorts and TikTok. And Peter, if you don't know who he is, he's a photographer, and everything got to look really good, and he makes everything look really good and sound really good and professional and casual and personal at the same time. And then he goes to his friend, and he's like, "That's it? You're just gonna use your phone?" He's like, "And you're not even gonna set up any lighting?" And the guy's whole point was kind of like, don't overproduce it. It's got to feel a little raw. You need some shaky hand cam in there. The lighting can't be good, or it just doesn't fit on YouTube. And so we'll put a link to that video in the show notes. You should definitely check it out. It's a 8-minute video behind the scenes of how this guy makes his shorts. And I like just watching how fascinated Peter really was with, like, you're not going to do all the normal things that we do to make good content. So I was like, good. There you go. Yeah, don't overproduce it. Very, very important. Every week, we want to give you a power tip, something practical you can do as a result of this episode right now to see more growth on your channel. And today, we want to introduce you to a little feature on the YouTube app, if you have it. I think it's on Android and iOS, where you can create a short from a clip of one of your previous YouTube videos that's already on your channel. Now, this is for mobile only, but what you do in the app is just go right in the regular YouTube app, just go to one of the videos on your channel that you want to take a clip out of and turn into a short. And there's a button right below that video that's playing on your phone. It's called Create or called Remix, depending on what you see there. And if you tap on that button, when you tap on the Create or Remix button, you'll see a pop up kind of from the bottom of your phone, at least on iOS. I don't know what it looks like on Android. And then you'll have several options there. And one of those options is to create a short from that video. And the nice thing about that is when you create a short from one of the videos on your YouTube channel, that short will have an easy link where people can tap. There's not a link in the description, but it's like an overlay on top of the video of the short where people can tap and go to the full length version of that video if they want to see the whole thing in context. So it's an easy way to create shorts, but also potentially create shorts that get more traffic to your regular videos, as we've been talking about here, being pretty important for your funnel, especially if sales are a part of it. So if you want to learn more about that process, I'll put a link in the show notes here. You can see more about what that looks like. But in the meantime, thank you for hanging out for another Video Creators Podcast episode, and we will see you again next week. See you then. Bye.